Hey everybody, this is Mitch Jones. You're listening to Mike and Tony. Put it in your skull parts, everybody.
Missed that guy a little bit. I feel like we haven't seen Mitch Jones in a very, very long time. It's a Saturday morning. It's episode 271. I apologize. I apologize too much in general. But I am sorry for my voice yet again. It's allergies are just eating me alive. It's that time of year.
Spring.
And I think it's worse because there's so much wind.
Oh,
the
God.
air quality from the fires and stuff is really shitty. And then it's also normal pollen and all that shit. So
Wind is stupid, dude.
I hate the wind.
Like when it comes to any weather phenomena out there,
Yeah.
wind is always the worst for me
Yeah.
because it ruins everything.
Yes.
Like it makes outside colder.
Yep.
Like especially if it's like wintertime or something like that. Like if you have wind chill, dude, it's stupid.
Yeah.
You know, you get the negatives.
Oh yeah.
On those.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then like on a nice day, right? If you're out like barbecuing or something like that, just enjoying, touching grass.
Oh, I'm dead.
And there's fucking wind outside. You're just like, God damn it, dude. Like, it fucking just ruins it. You're just like, shit's blowing around everywhere.
Yeah. It's the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Wind just ruins all the parties.
Yeah. And then especially, I remember, you have a beard still. When I had the big beard, like wind, I hated it because it blows shit
Oh, yeah.
in your beard. Like, especially out here with all the cottonwoods.
Well, you had a giant beard, a big old net for catching shit.
And with all the cottonwoods, and when we worked at the Ramcad, they had nothing but cottonwoods on that campus.
Oh, yeah.
And so I would just remember
God.
like walking outside, and because obviously you use like beard oil and stuff like that.
God, dang it.
Like magnets to it.
Brother. Yeah. That sucks. That is the hard thing about beards. I'm like, because we talked about this, I'm OCD with a lot of stuff. And when it comes to the beard, I can't stand it if it feels dirty. Or even if it itches, you're like, why does it itch? I gotta go wash it. What's going on? Yeah.
Am I gross?
Yeah, and I'm letting it go for a while. I told you I'm going to let the hair go for a little while. I'm letting the beard go for a little while. I said, fuck it. Why not? Well, I still got it, right? Might as well fucking
My
grow
hair
it.
is dumb. It's like goes up to here.
Yeah, yours would go straight up.
Mine is dumb right now. It's that long. It goes up.
Well, dude, you have your hat on, so I can't tell. But, I mean, last week you looked crazy.
Yeah, it's like.
It looked great. Let's see. Oh, my God, bro. Fuck yeah. You look like one of those 50. You look like a 50 singer.
But it's all, the hat just, pats it all down. And
Oh, that would have been a good stage name back then, too. You'd have to use Mikey, though, I think, back then.
What's that?
Mikey Pearce with your hair like that. Singer in the 50s. And yeah, remember, Michael wasn't a popular name back then.
Back then, yeah. So it would have been even more out there.
Yeah, we're run of the mill now, Anthony and Mike, but not back then. How has your week been? It's been spring break for me.
Yeah, dude. I know you had a lot of fun this week, dude.
Fuck yeah, it was awesome, dude. We went to Salida, which I've been consciously working so hard to say that word right.
Yeah,
the Spanish speaking in me just can't. Every time it comes out, even if I say it with
Salida.
Yeah, but even if I don't say it like that, I'll still say Salida.
Yeah.
Right. And people are like, what are you saying?
Where's that at?
Yeah. So I had to get used to that. But this beautiful place called the Outside Inn.
Okay.
I highly recommend it. They've only been around for a few years. I think they built the whole thing like 5 years ago.
Okay.
It's these little, really stripped down, simple cabins. They have different types with different things. But they're really stripped down, and they even have like a phone lock thing if you want to do that whole thing, like put your phones away, which we didn't do. But we didn't spend a ton of time on our phones either. They had like these projectors and an outdoor bed, which was
cool.
Wild.
That's dope, dude. All right.
So it was sick. And then most importantly for me, it had a cold plunge. It had 2 hot saunas.
And views.
Oh, yeah, with views. Oh, yeah, the views were incredible.
Yeah. Well, no, when you were in the sauna, I'm talking about like when you.
Yeah, because it's a glass wall,
yeah.
just looking out at a mountain, dude. It was fucking amazing, and that thing got hot. I experienced it maxed at 194, but the highest I got it was 193.
Okay,
and it was.
Yeah, dude, those get toasty. That's like the one at 212, man. I think that one gets a little like it can get to 200 something.
Yeah,
but like that's if you're like dumping the water.
Yeah,
a bunch of water on that and like just hot boxing it.
Yeah, totally. Totally. So that was nice. It was just a good getaway. I proved once again that I'm the cornhole champion of the Dollar family. We had a little tournament where we played, and I came out on top.
Dang, I would have thought Jay would be good at that.
No, he didn't go with us.
Oh, okay.
Jay was the only one not there because he had school. His school started this week.
Oh, dang.
And, yeah, so he couldn't make it. But no, I want to go back, and the price is. What's crazy is it's so cheap, dude. It's so cheap to stay there, and then also they provide all this stuff. So you have there's tons of coffee everywhere and
nice.
Little things. They got, there's always nice music playing and stuff like that. But they have this little market inside that if you're looking for Snicker bars, you're out of luck.
Oh, it's all organic, nice.
Yeah, but good stuff though. Yeah. Really good stuff. But what's cool is it's what was it called? The no markup market or something like that. So they don't mark anything up. So things that cost like $5 at King Soopers or something like that, they'll have it for $2. Or $2.50 or something like that. So everything was crazy because those places usually are the ones that get you.
Yeah, because
those little markets like in hotels.
Well, because it's for convenience.
Yeah,
and they don't. You're
like, oh, dude, I'm going to get me a fucking Reese's peanut butter cup. $9.50. You're like, Jesus, this is not even a king size. What the fuck? Yeah, so that was good. So it's been great. What's been hard is coming back. I've been unable to snap I have nothing to do. So I haven't really done shit. We're supposed to be spring cleaning, which we've kind of started, but we haven't even got that done. But sometimes it's nice to just fucking chill. Summer's coming. There'll be plenty of time for all that catching up and shit.
And then yesterday?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yesterday was opening home game for the Colorado Rockies, who went into it at 2-4. I knew I was in for a treat. Because in the first inning, it was 6. Was it 7?
7-0.
Oh, okay, I was thinking it was 6-0.
No.
And then after that, luckily, I was kind of excited in a way because I was like, at least I'll see something interesting. Like we might see a 50-0 game here. Like this is going to be crazy. But then after that, they just trickled runs in the Phillies. After that, so it was great though, dude. The ballpark was beautiful. Wind was blowing, yet the sun was shining. So you had the best of both worlds.
Yeah, ended up 10-1.
Dude, what is going on with the fucking Rockies? They stick out like a sore thumb out here. They're the one team that just can't do shit. I mean, we had a couple little runs.
Yeah, in 2007, we did the whole
so long
Boston.
ago.
We went to the World Series and everything like that. But yeah, that was
almost 2 decades ago.
We got swept in that.
True.
One.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. The Rockies are. Last year they had the second or third in modern history worst season of all time. Yeah, 119 losses.
Dude. Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, I see. I mean, I don't think it's much different. And I could tell from the time we got there, they have all the stuff on the big screen and everything.
Yeah.
Like all the marketing, all the things that they're putting out there for fans is like, this is the beginning of a long climb. And you're like, when you have to frame it like that,
yeah,
you're in a rough spot, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't see them being good next year or the year before. But what saves them is that Coors Field it's like a beautiful experience.
Yeah,
everybody loves it.
It's a beautiful field. Yeah,
super cheap open bar. They have like all the different foods, smash burgers in there. They got all kinds of stuff. And so I think people go. But I was noticing while I was watching, I was looking at how empty the stands were. And from where we were sitting, you could see like all the, what do you call them? Like the hallways or whatever outside. Packed.
Yeah.
People just fucking hanging out. They have all those hangout spots. People like literally just maybe seeing part of the game on a TV somewhere, not giving a fuck because we don't expect much from the Rockies.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like it's opening day, right? It's the festivities. Everybody goes down there. Like, now that McGregor Square is all built down there for, a couple of years now, it's a nice place to go to.
Sure is.
On the outside, hanging out there and in that outside part, they have a bunch of places you can go and hang out and buy booze from and hang out, in the main square area.
And they were.
And tons of restaurants and bars over there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. The record that the Rockies had last year was the opposite of like the best record ever almost, which was the Seattle Mariners, and they had 120 win season. So that's the most anybody's ever had.
120 loss season?
Wins.
Oh, wins.
Yeah, that's the most that anyone's ever had is 120 wins.
Oh, wow.
And so the Rockies, it was the complete opposite of that last year.
They negative broke it.
Yeah. But, I mean, right now, they're 500-1 odds
You can make some money if they did. If anything happened.
I mean, yeah, if you put $100 down, you're gonna make $50,000.
Yeah.
At one point in time, they were 1,000 to 1, and so if you put $100 down, they won. It's $100,000.
Yeah.
No,
they're not going to do shit anytime soon, Pearce. I don't know. It's like it's not even a priority for them building a good team. It seems like I don't know. I'm talking on my.
As long as they fill the. I mean, again, as long as they fill the stands, right? That's the main thing.
That's the thing. Yeah, and everybody's there.
Yeah,
dude. I was wearing I had a Chicago Bears hoodie on. Dude, I got like 20 fist bumps. That's what I'm saying. This place is full of transplants, and that's half the people there were wearing Phillies.
Yeah,
fucking.
Yep.
Yeah, and Cubs, and you know what I mean. Just random.
That drives me crazy. I hate when people go to like other fucking games and wear like other. Not the Bears, right? That's fine. Yeah. But if you're going to like a Rockies and a Phillies game and you're wearing like a Diamondback shirt, you're like,
oh sure,
bro, you got the wrong game, dude.
Yeah, neither.
I know you're representing. I know you're representing your team, but it's just like.
No, and
Diamondbacks, bro.
Yeah, and the one I wore it's like a really subtle black and white. You have to be a Bears fan to recognize it's just got the white bear on the front. And I had a black Rockies hat on, so I was trying to, I'm there to support. But it was fun. It was a good time.
They got the new 2-foot glizzy now.
Yeah, I did not try it. I did not try it.
They're just trying to reintroduce things, get people interested. They have like monthly plans now. Like you can get like an unlimited.
Yeah.
Unlimited tickets for like an X amount of money per month. It's like a subscription basically to go to the game, but it's like standing room. So it's the standing rooms only.
Oh yeah.
So
that was kind of like up.
Yep, that's
to the
up
left.
top.
Yeah,
yep,
from where we
bar
were.
area. Yeah, but I mean, again, a lot of people aren't going to the game to fucking watch the Rockies.
No, dude. There's just a bunch of people getting drunk and hanging out.
A good time. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I told you before. Like when me and Bruce Leroy would go to games, the tickets we'd buy were like, meh. We'd go buy some crappy tickets.
Shitty tickets, yeah.
And then we'd go to the Mountain West restaurant.
Just hang out.
And just hang out there.
That's exactly what me and my friend were talking about. We were like, that is the thing with this place is like, it's just a great experience.
Yeah.
People love hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great spot. It's beautiful. Good opportunity to hang out. And there's a live game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's something happening over there.
Yeah. It's like at a bar. There's live music too. We have live entertainment, if you want to. Or you could just do your own thing.
Yeah. You know what the worst record ever?
How many games do they play?
Well, I mean, it's like 100. I think it's like 180 something.
Okay.
Like
worst record ever?
Yeah.
How many losses did you say the Rockies had that year?
119.
119.
They were
So the worst ever?
Yeah, they were the third worst.
Third worst.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh God. Somebody would just have less than 100? Or about 100?
No, they were the third worst at 119.
Oh. Are you talking about wins or losses?
Losses.
Losses.
Yeah.
So 130?
20.
120.
Yeah,
that's right.
So it wasn't far off.
Who was it?
It was the 1962 New York Mets.
Damn.
120 losses, and they were 40 and 120. So they only won 40 games.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's the worst in modern baseball history.
Yeah.
Their manager at one point in time said, "Can anybody play? Does anybody know how to play this game?"
Yeah. Baseball
Jesus.
is a trippy sport, right?
Yeah.
It's really interesting, like how the ball is made and stuff. The other thing I notice when I watch baseball is more than any other sport, even more than football, they constantly change the ball out. Constantly.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about it. I was like, I wonder what it costs to produce one of those. Like, there's so many.
You never seen one of those
them.
before? You never seen it?
How they make
before?
baseballs?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my gosh. Because you know me, I'm
gonna have to look.
You know me, I'm a big nerd on how like they prep stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like they prep like footballs and baseballs, like with this mud, and they get them all dirty and they break them in, right? So they're easy to use. And that's the same thing with baseball, but in this baseball, it's like one particular family.
Does it?
Where they do it, where they can get this mud to get these baseballs ready, and they've been doing it for a long time.
Wait, when does the mud is part of it? Once it's all assembled?
Yeah, once the ball is all assembled, how they break it in, they like get it in this special mud, and they rub it on it and everything.
What
like
is
that.
the outside leather? What is that?
Yeah.
Okay, leather. And then I wonder what kind of. I'm going to do a deep dive on this today.
Yeah,
for sure, because I'm so curious about it. Because the baseball is the most unique ball in all American sports, I think. Right? Compared to like a basketball, it's just a big, round, bouncy one. Football, I guess you can make an argument for because it's so oddly shaped.
Yeah. I don't know, golf. Golf is a pretty good one too.
Oh yeah, with the little divots and
depending
stuff.
on how many, what ball you use, and all this stuff.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, but baseballs they're layered. You know what I mean? It's like rope or twine or whatever inside.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Like a hockey puck is,
and it
pure rubber.
Yeah,
lacrosse is like a pure rubber one as well.
Yeah, what are the ones that'll royally fuck you? A puck will fuck
you up, dude. Over 100 miles an hour.
Yeah,
like easily over 100 miles an hour to hit those things.
Oh yeah, that's the thing, right? It's the speed too, and they're so dense. Even though it's rubber, it is dense as fuck. It does not have a lot of give. To it either. Baseballs too.
Oh
People get cracked with baseballs, get fucked.
Yeah, I mean, especially these pro pitchers that can do 90 to 100 mile an hour fastballs. If that catches you right.
I wonder when they discovered they need to start having batting helmets. How many people died before they were like,
people got knocked the
we
fuck
need to fucking
out.
have some kind of head protection when you're at bat here, because get some wild ass pitchers with crazy arm strength.
Yeah.
Pitching 97 miles an hour right into your dome.
Yeah, dude, I don't know, but yeah, those are wild. Like I remember when I was a kid, when we had a professional roller hockey team, and they were called the Denver Daredevils.
What? Yeah, when was this? The 90s?
Yeah, this was like early 90s, bro. And they were like,
that's fucking awesome.
They were the Denver Daredevils. They were a professional roller hockey team, because that's when roller hockey was like roller blading was popular, right? And so they had a roller hockey team, and but yeah, so that we had the Denver Daredevils, and a puck got hit out, and this is when they started like to really put nets up around stadiums.
Yeah.
To prevent this, because a puck had gone out, and even those pucks, because the rollerblading pucks, they had like little wheels on them too, top and bottom to help move it across.
Have to, yeah,
because they're not like, it's not ice,
right?
It's not
Right,
friction and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And so a puck had got out, and I was at the game where Woody Page got hit in the eye.
Oh,
and he's like,
I don't know about this.
And he had to wear an eye patch.
His eye?
I don't know if he lost his eye.
Just fucked it up.
But just fucked it up bad, dude.
Ugh.
And like took him out on a stretcher and everything like that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
And I also, when I was when we're talking about like things, I had my homecoming date when I was in high school. She got hit in the face with an Andres Galarraga foul ball.
Where was she at?
She was on like the first baseline.
Oh.
And just like, it was so fast.
Those dude that curve out.
And it just said bam right in her face, bro. Like straight on, hit her face. Like she went.
What
to
happened?
Like,
she shatter bones or anything?
No, or like her mouth was fucked. Yeah, and her lips were like all swollen and everything like that. And
dude.
like
losing any teeth?
I think she had braces on at the time, so I think she was fine.
So the braces held her teeth in. My God.
But like she got visited by like all the Rockies and like
got
like a signed ball by like Andres Galarraga or something like that. But still, like, right, you're like, damn, dude, that's fucked up. Yeah. Andres Galarraga signed that ball that hits you in the face.
Yeah, that's a fun story though.
But yeah, dude, I couldn't imagine that, dude. And then and that's also again why they have those nets up too, along the first base and the third base line, because those balls and the bats too.
Yeah,
a bat can fuck you up if it breaks or slips out of somebody's hand,
and even right directly behind home plate too.
Oh yeah,
those they have to have something there. You don't have time to react.
Yeah, oh no,
it's just like you're just looking. You look down for a second at your phone.
Yeah,
yeah. I was hoping for a home run, but no, didn't. There was one home run.
Did you bring a glove too?
Nah, no, I was gonna barehand it. Just I don't have a glove anymore. I should. I don't know, or it's packed away somewhere. I don't know. I'd have to look for it. Funny how you lose track of that stuff.
Yeah,
I haven't played baseball for fucking ever, dude. Do you ever play softball?
Yeah,
yeah.
We played softball while what was it? When we were at Jones, me and Bruce Lee Ray played on a softball league there.
Okay.
What else?
I feel like I remember that.
I played softball with my other friends. My other friends like are super into softball. They're like 8-time like champions and stuff like that. They're at their softball league and everything like that. So, and they take it serious because like it's a paid league, like big old trophy and all that stuff. And yeah, dude.
Huh. There's so much stuff out there. I've become very, as a lot of people probably have become quite interested in professional flag football now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And now I didn't realize the difference because Mark always played that.
Yeah.
And then Jaden plays with his friends too. But I like that 5-on-5. I would play that, dude. To me, it's like basketball. It reminds me of basketball, the 5-on-5. If you do, what's the other one, 8-on-8 or something like that?
Yeah.
That's different because then you got linemen and stuff. It's kind of a different thing. But that 5-on-5 and the 2-switch quarterback thing where you can switch, now he's the quarterback and this guy can run all of a sudden. That kind of shit is very basketball-esque to me, and high speed and high pace. And it's on a smaller field. I think I'd do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Cut to me blowing out my knee or something.
Oh, yeah. That's what happened to me friggin', what was it, 2 years ago? My neighbors asked me to play flag football. Like, hey, can you sub in? We have some people that are on vacation. I was like, sure.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'll play. And then sure enough, dude, that's when I pulled my hammy.
Come
On a juke
your
move.
Body wasn't
and
ready.
I was like, bam! I was like, oh, I'm not used to doing this. I'm not used to these fast twitch movements.
I know.
I can't do these fast twitch movements. Come on, man.
That is one really hard thing. If you're out there and you're young, which most of our listeners are in an older age group, but there are some that listen that are young. That's one thing about your body is that as you get older, you think you can still do it.
Oh, yeah.
But what happens is you go to do the same thing you've always executed and the body does not respond the same way.
Yeah.
It's slower. It's, stiffer. It doesn't turn as quick. It doesn't, nothing's there the way it was. And it's such a shitty experience. The first few times you experience something like that. I remember, I tell you about when we were in the Philippines, and I was a little more overweight then, I think. And we were playing basketball with all, the Filipinos out there, and they had a rim, and they were,
they were excited that you got there. That's what I remember.
Oh yeah, this was long after they found out. They were gravely disappointed. I was not like an NBA level player, but I hadn't even been playing much. That's actually a big part of what sparked my interest in getting back into basketball. But I remember either way, they were all running and jumping and trying to touch the hoop, and they were all pointing to me like, "Come on, big guy! Like, let's see it. Go up there and can you dunk? Can you dunk?" And I ran up and I jumped and I said, "Oh, fuck it. I'll just give it a shot out of the blue." And I jumped up and like hit the ball against the rim, the side of the rim. And my daughter was like, "It looked like you put so much effort into that jump. And then it was just such a small." I was like, "Shut up."
Dang, that's messed up.
But I had that feeling in the jump.
Yeah.
You're like, when you're younger, and I was all, whoa, put everything into it. And you're like, "Whoop." Like, wait a minute. What the fuck? That's not supposed to happen. What happened to my body, dude?
That's funny. Oh man. Now I remember that too, like growing up, playing basketball against my dad. And when I remember when my dad said that, he was like, "Yeah, I remember the first time you beat me." He goes, "That's when I knew that I couldn't go toe to toe with you." He goes, "And then my only way to beat you was to have you come down low with me."
Yeah.
He's like, "I can beat you all day down low."
Yeah.
Because like he goes, "But then you started beating me there too." He goes, "Because then you got taller."
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you
funny
young,
how that happens.
My dad, again, growing up, we watched him play basketball, in different leagues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it'd be a whole thing, like Saturday morning, Sunday morning, we'd go to the Y, and they'd be in a league at the Y.
Hell yeah.
And with his team, and same thing with them. They were my dad's team was all playing basketball since they were like kids too.
Yeah.
And so they were playing Resurgence, again when they were in their late 30s and 40s.
Love that.
And my dad, watching them play, and that was always fun because again, before that, they had their own jerseys too.
That's sick.
My dad's team had their own jerseys.
That's cool.
Most other teams just played, t-shirts and stuff like that.
Right,
and my dad,
right.
and all them. But watching them play, and then playing with them, and my dad was good. He's a
How tall was he?
He's 6 foot.
Is he?
Yeah,
6 foot.
but he's like he's he was a shooter.
Perfect height for a shooter.
He'd always talk crap. My dad was a good shit talker, and he'd be like, they call me Automatic. First name Otto, last name Matic. Because he'd shoot those threes and just like pop, pop, swish, 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 and just like anytime, like it was the in and out game because they had a big dude too. It's called, his name was Big Jamie, and Big Jamie, because they also had Little Jamie too. And so Big Jamie would be in the middle, and you'd pass it to him, and then they all go to Big Jamie,
kick it back out to Little Jamie, or to
Little Jamie, or to my dad, and just like swish, 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 just swack'ems, and again, playing my dad at that time,
good luck, dude. Okay, you had a different experience then.
My dad was.
Your dad was actually a solid ass basketball.
Yeah, he was
player.
a good basketball player, and then like I said, until when I was getting in my later teen years when I was basketball and stuff, he was like, I couldn't keep up with you. Like the age. He's like, couldn't keep up with you. He's like, all I could do is rely on that down low strength. He goes, and then all of a sudden you started beating me at that. And we would have like,
you're probably pretty damn good at basketball, huh, Pierce?
And we would, and then we would play like, the coaches versus the players all the time. We'd have once every year at the end of the season.
They're trying to talk me into that at my school, bro. Yeah. Students versus teachers, though.
Yeah, it would be the coaches versus the players, and it was at the end of the year. We had a great time doing that, right?
Oh yeah.
And my dad was like, he goes, yeah, and I had to stop guarding you too. He goes, and we had to Uncle Dave. That's why Uncle Dave was always guarding you.
We needed a bigger man. Or what?
Oh my God! And my Uncle Dave was big because he was the same. He's 6'3", but my Uncle Dave then he was just a massive, solid object, bro. He was probably like 260 pounds. Just like I'm not backing this man down.
Yeah,
I'm not getting rebounds from him. So every single time, like my buddies would be like, get in there, get a rebound, bro. I'm like, I can't.
I'm against the wall of China, bro.
It's like I can't. Yeah. He's like, you see, I was like, my only chance is if I bring him out. He's like, I can juke around him, He was like, but if he's down there, I'm not going to get past that.
Yeah, he's in trouble. Yeah, that's funny. Playing with my parents was different. My dad, and looking back at it, my dad and all my uncles, they were awful.
Well, that's what you were saying.
They were like redneck basketball,
like bricking it all the time,
bro. I think one of them was probably barefoot. Like I don't even like we were out there. There's dirt on so we have like a driveway with a very slight incline, and then to the side of the driveway is all dirt, just like not finished. And we used to play this game called Washers. I don't know if people know about this. This might be a I don't want to say it, white trash thing. I don't know, but it's like horseshoes. But you would use like a jack and hammer it into the ground and make a hole, and then you would remove the dirt and have this clean little hole like a golf hole, except a lot bigger. And then you would have these metal washers. Oh my God, bro.
Oh my God!
Look at me! What's coming out of me right now, bro? My roots.
Washers.
And so you'd get 3 each, and it was like horseshoes. You would throw them and try and get them into the hole or whatever. So they intentionally, my dad liked it dirt over there, so I could play that game. But it was a very thin, a very narrow driveway, and then the basketball hoop was on the roof, right? Like it was. My dad actually had built the backboard and cut it out and everything. It was pretty neat. But no, they had no mercy, dude. And I was little at the time. This is when I was like.
Yeah,
I don't know,
no blood, no foul.
5th, 6th grade or something like that, dude. And I just remember just getting shoved into the dirt. Like they're going up for a layup, and they just shove me into the dirt and do a layup. And they were horrible. They couldn't make a shot. They had no form. Like it was bad. But that was my experience. That's crazy to have a dad that's like that good at basketball. That's fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was like, and that was the thing too growing up, because my dad and again, Uncle Dave, he was, my dad's brother. Yeah. And, I learned how to play, outside and shoot like my dad.
Yeah.
And then I learned how to play inside, like against my uncle, who was like a solid force.
Came the best of both worlds.
Yeah. And so that was the fun part about it.
Hell yeah. No, I was a point guard, and then eventually everybody got too good and too big, and I tapped out.
Yeah. I know. Again, when we talked about this in past podcasts, it's like thinking of those hoop dreams, right? And I was like, shit, I'm 6'3", bro. I can make it to the NBA. But as 6'3", in high school, I'm playing like small forward, power forward.
Different. You're the big man.
Yeah, I'm playing small forward, power forward, bro. Right?
Yeah.
Or like sometimes again like center, right?
Yeah.
And then you get into like the biggers and the uppers. Like I played Gold Crown, which is like a farm league before that, and I remember like going against kids that were like they were prepping them to be D1 athletes and stuff like that, and NBA stuff like that. And I played in Gold Crown and the farm league, dude. Like again, I'm 6'3", and it's like on my team, I'm like power forward, But no, I'm like now I'm playing center, and I'm playing center against a dude that's like fucking 6'8".
Oh fuck!
And in 8th grade,
that's like Wimby going up against. You see those tip-offs where people don't even try.
No, it wasn't 6'8". I was exaggerating. I think this kid was like probably like 6'6", bro.
Okay,
like no
and
lie.
You were 6'3" then?
No, I was like maybe 6 foot.
Okay,
and it was like this kid was just gigantic, bro. And there's nothing I can do.
I know. That's what I was saying. That alone is why I could not make it in the NBA.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a fucking midget. You go out there at 6'1", 6'2", come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you better be you have some skills.
Yeah.
Because you're playing enormous trees of people.
I know. At 6'3", I mean, we're as big as Steph Curry, by the way.
Yeah. Steph Curry. I know. And
we weigh a lot more than Steph Curry.
Sure. But he is not a big dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In the NBA.
Yeah. You just gotta, at that point in time, we worked on other things, Dollar. We worked on power and
yes,
Whereas like you're 6'3", you're like, no, I know I'm not going to be power forward in the NBA. I better work on some shooting and some
right,
and some mobility.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, so I wanted to. There's a couple things I wanted to talk about today. One was the 10 wildest current news stories.
Okay.
I thought we would hit that up. But before we do that, I wanted to touch on something from last time. Because remember, I was going to read some of this because we talked about Einstein's brain being stolen.
Yeah.
And remember, I feel like we had more questions so I went a little bit deeper on it.
Yeah.
So, and then my wife didn't believe me also. So that kind of spawned me to get a little deeper on it.
I'll show you.
Yeah. So Einstein actually, he specifically did not want his brain saved, right?
Yep.
Now, he wanted to be cremated. He wanted his ashes scattered secretly, right? So this guy had clear intentions of what he wanted.
Yeah.
But when he died on April 18th, 1955, the chief pathologist at Princeton Hospital, Dr. Thomas Harvey, a Yale-educated Quaker, was assigned to perform the autopsy. While doing so, he removed Einstein's brain, hoping it would solve the mystery of genius and make him a scientific hero. Okay, so we got basically that last time. But so then the family found out a few days later, and Harvey managed to get a reluctant after-the-fact approval from Einstein's son, Hans Albert. Everybody was pissed at him.
Oh, I'm sure.
Hans, bro.
Are
you
he
fucking
said, Dad,
serious?
you know what Dad said?
Yeah, totally. But it was on the condition that any research be published only in serious scientific journals.
Yeah.
Okay. So then things got really weird. Instead of becoming his ticket to fame, it basically fucked his whole life up, dude. It led to his undoing.
Uh-oh.
He lost his Princeton job, his medical license, and went through 3 failed marriages. He spent 40 years drifting place to place, hiding Einstein's brain in basements. Bro. This guy's fucking Looney Tune. For a time, he worked as a medical supervisor in a biological testing lab in Wichita, Kansas. He kept the brain at that time in a cedar box stashed under a beer cooler.
What?
He eventually lost his medical license in 1988 after failing a 3-day competency exam.
Oh, my God.
Took a job on an assembly line at a plastic extrusion factory and befriended his neighbor, the beat poet William Burroughs. Oh, that's interesting. Who would reportedly boast to visitors that he could get a piece of Einstein anytime he wanted. That's what Burroughs said.
Okay.
At one point, Harvey smuggled the brain into Canada in a couple of cookie jars. And when I read that, I was like, so he had it taken into pieces. Yeah, at that point. In the trunk of his Dodge. He tried to declare it at customs, but they literally didn't believe him and just waved him through, which is fucking hilarious. I have Einstein's brain, just so you know. They're like, okay.
Yeah.
All
right, guy.
Yeah, moving along.
All right, guy. And here's the Dodge. Sure.
Yeah, no, so that's kind of the actual story. I wanted to fill that in last time because I felt like we were missing.
Damn, dude.
It was just such a crazy claim that some dude had stolen his.
So again, we probably should have been putting Einstein's brain in a more competent hand.
Well, dude, it bugs me when somebody has clear wishes like that and then people just ignore it. That's why I'm like, Hans, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that even if he hadn't given the okay, that dude was already down a path. He's like, I'm moving with this brain, whether or not.
So he never did anything. There's no studies
there was
published or anything.
No,
like
there was
that,
a little bit, very little. Yeah, the ending is sad to me, knowing what he wanted. So as for what the research actually found, not much that's definitive. There have been periodic reports about unusual features in Einstein's parietal lobes, but skeptics have often called the collective body of works a neuromythology of genius, with flawed studies that haven't brought scientists closer to understanding intelligence than they were in the 1800s. The dissected brain was ultimately returned to the Einstein heirs, who donated it to the Mutter Medical Museum in Philadelphia, where segments remain on exhibit today. Motherfuckers. what this dude contributed to humanity, and we can't respect his damn wishes if he didn't want nobody to have his brain. I wouldn't want nobody to have my brain, right? That's weird. So it just pisses me off. But that's what happened eventually. So part of it is on display in some museum in Philadelphia. Apparently.
So I don't know. My thoughts on that too are like, what were they hoping to accomplish? Like you're not going to be able to like recreate that. You're not going to be able to here's this supplement. Take this, and you'll be as smart as Einstein. Like
they wanted to understand intelligence. I'm like, you would have needed Einstein to look at his own brain to figure it out for you. It's just such a dumb idea of like, let's look at his brain and figure out what's the secret of intelligence. Like,
how is he so smart? How did he do it?
I have heard the claims that that he had more connections between the two lobes of his brain than most people, but I can't verify that. I don't even know if that's true.
I mean, that guy never did finish it. He just cut it all open.
No, he didn't do shit. This fucking guy.
I wonder if he because you said he was down on his times, right? So how many times did he sell pieces?
Ooh. Well, the fact that he was telling people, right? Like William Burroughs, the poet who lived next to him or whatever. And then he boasted like, hey, I can get a piece of Einstein anytime I want. So he knew that he had the brain. He probably gave him a piece.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's just
so
selling
weird.
off. He's like hard on times. Like, I got to make rent, bro.
I got to make rent. Fucking
let me get you
two slivers.
Let me get you. I'll get you a slice of this Einstein's brain.
What the fuck are you going to do with that? Well, who wants a piece of a brain? It's so ridiculous. Human beings are fucking ridiculous. Okay, so there was one more thing I wanted to, before we got into news. Because it was April Fool's this week. And so I was looking up like some of the craziest April Fool's jokes people had done. But there's this one dude, stood out to me. I'm trying to remember what his name was. Porky Bicker.
Okay.
His name was Porky. He was a World War II vet, and he lived in Sitka, Alaska. And he was known as being a prankster. And so one of the most elaborate April Fool's jokes ever was that it took him 3 years to prepare. He started collecting tires for 3 years.
Okay.
Collected a total of 70. Had a buddy who has a helicopter.
Okay.
And so there's a dormant volcano nearby Sitka, and so he basically had his friend with the helicopter take him up there. They took a bunch of tires
threw it inside the volcano,
threw it at the top of the volcano, and then soaked everything in fucking
and they lit it
fuel. Yep, and then they even spray painted nearby Happy April Fool's Day or something like that, and then and they had smoke bombs.
Okay.
So they were throwing smoke bombs too, and it went off. Fucking people lost their shit. Everyone thought the volcano was going off. And that's what he did for an April Fool's joke, bro. And then later they had a helicopter fly over and they saw the joke. And that's what's crazy about Alaskan people. Everyone was like, fucking good one, buddy. You're like,
I'd be worried like you'd trigger it.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing with this guy was interesting. I ended up diving pretty deep because he was a very elaborate prankster in general. He had literally communicated with everybody. He talked to the police department. He talked to federal agencies in the area. The only one he fucking forgot to talk to was the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
But it's kind of good that they didn't, because that was who flew over and saw that it was a prank. It was like, oh, okay. Yeah. So, but I thought that was crazy. I'm like, is that an Alaska thing? The fact that the police department will let you do some shit like that? I mean, it was the 70s.
Yeah.
This was like 1972 or something like that. But no, this guy he was insane. And everybody loved it. They loved him. They loved his pranks.
That's hilarious.
I just imagine all the people screaming and how stupid you feel afterward.
Probably. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Like we packing up your shit.
Car. Yeah, the whole house. Oh my God.
I feel like if somebody did that now, there'd be lawsuits out the ass.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure, bro. For sure.
You couldn't do something like that now.
Oh my God. I still think to this day, the funniest one ever that could have been that never happened was like, he didn't die in April Fool's, but a good prank would have been like Neil Armstrong when he died. And right before he died, he'd be like, we weren't the first. And died.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What do you mean? What?
I know. There's always stuff like that. That's like the worst nightmare. Somebody with all the answers and they almost tell you. Just enough so that you know that what you know is not correct.
Did you ever do April Fool's jokes on anybody?
No. You know what? It seemed like people did them less this year. Did you get had this year?
Callie likes to be pranked.
Okay.
She gets sad. if she's not pranked.
If she's not pranked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this year I did the saran wrap.
You walk into it
in front of the door. Yeah.
Oh, good.
But I did it with the what is it? So I got shaving cream instead because I knew that she'd probably see the saran wrap. And so right before when she walked into the door, I got the shaving cream and go poof right in her face. And she's like, at that point in time, and
then she walks through it.
She walks through it. So she walked through it and she's like, ah!
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I wing it a lot. Like I'll mess with the kids.
Yeah.
And I'll just very seriously say something ridiculous. And they're like, wait, what? Until they remember. But I didn't do anything this year. It seemed like almost nobody did. I only even knew of one April Fool's prank, and it was the weakest prank, especially after that one in Alaska.
Yeah.
It was Frankie. We were on a chain about who's bringing what food for Easter, and he said he was going to make something elaborate. It was like, he was like, I'm going to bring my mom's potato salad or some shit like that. And then nobody realized that Myra fell for it. She was like, oh, awesome. And then people were like, wait a minute. Frankie, you ain't bringing shit. Stop it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No. And then other than that, what are the April Fools? I don't know. The one April Fools, I don't know. The Jones one. That's the one that made us all upset back in the day. Don't you remember that one? Where we they told us that we were going to go to Biloxi, Mississippi if we wanted a job.
Oh my God. I forgot about that.
Remember that?
Oh my God. That's a long time ago.
Yeah. I just remember they brought us all in the room and they're all serious.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, we had a meeting. And so, well, as you know, Richard, he's, Global is going to be taking over for everything. And they've offered us, positions at Global. Only problem is that we'd all have to go to Biloxi, Mississippi. And I was like, oh no. Oh my God. And I remember at the time, that's when I was first married. And it was fresh marriage, and it was like, oh my God, I just got married, bro. Oh my God, dude, I gotta, I can't just be moving, like this. I just can't be doing that. And I remember looking online at houses and stuff like that in Biloxi, and I was like, oh, this actually might not be bad. I was like, it's pretty cheap down there. I was like, it's pretty cheap to live in Biloxi, Mississippi. Yeah. And then I just remember oh my God, everyone's so freaked out, and they held it for a long time.
Yeah.
Until later on in the meeting.
It's crazy none of us realized it.
Yeah.
Looking back on it.
Yeah.
I feel like people would catch on just going, wait a minute, it's April 1st today.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
No, they sold it good. I just remember it just be like, oh no, I had to move to Biloxi, Mississippi.
Yeah. I would have not had any part in it. I've been I'm looking for another job.
Well, now as you're older, right? I think about that too. And I think about that prank and everything. I would have been oh, okay. Well, fuck, today's my last day then.
Woohoo! Yeah, where is that? What am I thinking of? Those where people think? Oh, it's people who think they win the lottery. You ever seen those pranks?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! You get to you kind of want to do it to all your friends just to figure out who's really your friends.
Yeah. Peace.
Yeah, so many people.
Well, Bruce Leroy always says he's he said if you ever won the Mega Millions or the the Powerball and stuff like that, he goes y'all wouldn't know if I won. He goes there'd be signs. He goes, all of a sudden you get a little check in the mail. He goes, I wouldn't tell you where I was. He goes, but you have a little check in the mail.
That'd be amazing. The idea of chasing the lottery is fucking crazy. It's so crazy. And it works, right? Yeah. It works because so many people put money into it. There's this massive fund that you can win. So few people win that the lottery makes a shit ton of money.
Oh yeah,
right. And they give out these giant ass prizes. I don't like the lotto though,
but you got to pay to play though. That's the thing. If you don't play, you're not. There's a 0% chance of winning if you don't play.
Yeah, of course, right. Yeah, and even it's almost zero if you do play. Unless you got to buy a lot of tickets or something, and even then, you're barely increasing your chance. But I don't like it because managing money is not something everybody's good at.
Oh, no.
And so if you have a lot of money, you have worked your way up and you've gotten better over time and accumulated more money and you've learned to you're there for a reason because of your habits.
Yeah.
But people who suddenly out of nowhere go from totally broke to fucking a millionaire.
Yeah.
They always end up fucked.
Oh yeah,
they always end up fucked because you can't fix the habits.
No,
it'd be like if you're like a super overweight person and just magically you were a perfect healthy BMI. In a couple of months, you're probably going to be right back to it.
Yeah,
because it's the habits.
Well, that's what with all these professional athletes too. These kids that they say they grew up in in the hood and stuff like that, and that's how they're saying I'm going to make it to the NBA, be a basketball player, making millions.
Yeah.
And then within a few years after they're done playing, or if they got hurt or something like that, they don't have any college education because they usually skipped out on their
that's a good point.
Eligibility.
It does happen a lot.
And they said they say that a lot of them just like go broke because they're not used to having all this money. And now I have all this money. Like, I'm going to spend this, and like a homie's over here, and this and that, and blah blah blah. And nowadays, I think like a lot of teams have like financial like advisors for the new players and stuff like that. To be like, hey, this is
after generations
this is
failed.
New. Yeah, this is new to you guys. Just so you know, you're gonna get lots of money. But I mean, I think also with college now with their NIL deals. A lot of them are learning early ahead, right? They're getting this money while they're in college. There might be more money later on, and so to be able to wisely.
Because that's it. It's the experience.
Oh, yeah.
When you don't have experience with it.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you are seriously broke, it just shows. I mean, you just haven't learned how to figure that part out. So to suddenly have a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah. There's this one thing I was watching on the NBA, and there was like this players. And they were talking. It's like, yeah, man. He's like, I remember, he goes, there's always that push to spend, the push to be a baller. He's like, you to keep up with the Joneses. He's like, I had teammates that were, walking around with Louis Vuitton toiletry bags.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? Like with the toothbrush and all that stuff. He's like,
it's ridiculous.
And I had the team. The team supplied ones, had the Raptors on it or something like that, right? And he was like, and then they started making fun of like, oh, Rook, you messing with the team supply stuff. He's like, so you got that pressure.
When they haze the rooks too at like dinner, isn't that a thing?
Yeah,
like they'll go to dinner and they're like, guess at the end,
that's
tell them
check, yeah.
you're paying.
Yeah,
you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but no, that's like what they say if you win the lotto, right? That's nowadays, as they say, if you win the lotto, do not claim it right away. Like if you're winning an exorbitant amount of money, like the Powerball or like the Mega Millions, right?
Sure.
If you're winning over, $500 million or $1 billion, they say don't claim your money right away. Oh. They said go hire an attorney first, get everything set up with like a trust, an attorney. He's like, and then you can go claim your prize. And he's like, and even at that, when you claim your prize, you don't have to claim it publicly. You can claim it
anonymously,
secretly, and not like because a lot of people like do I have a check.
No, fuck that.
And they have a picture and everything like that.
I didn't know they had an option. Yeah. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I thought they had to.
And so like, they say, don't do the public thing and also, don't claim it as yourself, claim it as your trust or whatever that you set up. Sure. So it's not Tony Dollars accepting this money. He's like, no, the Tony Dollar Trust.
Yeah.
Is accepting this money.
Oh, that's cool. Good to know.
But they said, because, and they said that to get with a financial advisor too. So get an attorney, get a financial advisor, and talk to them about who you would like to get money, right? Because there's always going to be friends, right? They're like, hey, Tony Dollar, remember I did the podcast with you 14 years, bro? Remember that?
Right.
You send me some money, Dollar?
Yeah, no, I'm with Jared on that for sure, dude. I would not want people to know.
Yeah, and so that's what they said. Get that set up ahead of time that these people are going to get set amounts of money, and not that they're just going to get set amounts of money all in one lump sum.
Yeah,
that they have to meet like a requirement or some shit like that. They get at X time you'll be able to get this money out.
Yeah,
so they're saying like if you have friends and you don't want to put their kids through college or something like that, then that money is in the trust. In your trust
that
for
makes
those
so much
kids,
sense. Yeah,
and stuff like that. And so they were like, "Don't go broke, man." He's like, and then don't go out there buying like multi-million-dollar houses because that's what's going to get you. And nobody realizes, right? Because when you buy a big ass house, that's a big ass energy bill.
Yeah,
heating, lighting, air conditioning, like all that shit, bro. Like it costs money.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Yeah, money's an interesting thing. You have to be able to navigate it, right? With the legal system, everything. That's why these rich people are so fucking rich and don't pay any taxes.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
Loopholes, yeah.
Yeah. It's like most of the time they're not even doing illegal shit, though they also are doing that. But a lot of times that the way they move their money around is just like smart. It's just understanding the system and like what you're fucking dealing with, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. Okay. So I was trying to find, my apologies. I was going to pull up some news article. Here, we'll do this instead since I have this right here. Yeah. My organization is not all in place today. Let's go. Okay. So top 10 wildest stories in the news today. Okay. Number 1, the sperm whale termite. Scientists have discovered a bizarre new termite species high in South American rainforest canopies that looks strikingly like a miniature sperm whale. They named it Cryptotermis moby dicky. That's real news, guys. So this one's interesting. Native Americans were gambling 12,000 years ago. So speaking of lottery, speaking of gambling in general, researchers found that Native American hunter-gatherers were already making and using dice more than 12,000 years ago, thousands of years before similar tools appeared anywhere else in the world. I'd kind of like to deep dive that a little. I'm curious how similar, if they were actually like 6-sided and it was 1 through 6 or something, or if they had something different. This one's wild. Number 3, Viagra might treat a deadly childhood disease. A surprising new breakthrough suggests that sildenafil, the active ingredient in Viagra, significantly improves symptoms in patients with a devastating childhood disease. It doesn't say the fucking disease.
Yeah, I was like, what's the disease?
Let me pull it up real quick and see if I can see.
Yeah, that's wild. Well, Viagra was at first made to be a heart medication, right? Was that the deal?
Yeah, that was the original intent of it. And then they discovered.
Gives you a boner.
Like, whoa.
Ooh, it sends out that blood, gets that boner to you.
Okay, so it's Leigh syndrome, Leigh,
Okay.
a rare and often fatal disorder that affects brains and muscles. In a small study, patients showed stronger muscles, fewer seizures, and better recovery from dangerous metabolic crisis, with some experiencing dramatic improvements in mobility and daily life.
Huh.
Yeah. Viagra just all over the place, bro.
It's
the magic serum.
Just got to walk around with a raging boner all the time. That's all.
How annoying. DNA robots that hunt viruses inside your body. So I know this has been coming for a while.
Like nanotechnology?
I think so, yeah. Scientists are developing tiny programmable DNA robots that could one day deliver drugs and hunt viruses inside the human body. That's pretty sick.
That's wild.
That always fucking wild.
That always reminds me of, what is it, that Dennis Quaid movie. Where he was that little ship and he went inside Martin Short's body.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids for a sec. But no, I know what you're talking about.
What's that movie called?
Yeah. They go down into the digestive system and everything, and they're in that little spacecraft looking thing.
Yeah.
It's an old movie.
Yeah, what is it? Miniature movie. What was it called? Inner Space.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. Okay.
Inner Space.
Yeah, that idea of shrinking down it's terrifying. If you ever shrunk down like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, those books or those ideas of people shrinking, like if you could actually do that shit, it'd be terrifying.
Oh yeah.
It'd be fucking either way. Even if you got way too big or way too small, like you'd be so big, all of a sudden your head's in space and you're fucking suffocating because there's no oxygen.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to bend down, suck all the air out of the whole atmosphere, and then you're fucking, right? Or if you're tiny, that's the terrifying one. Imagine walking up to a spider when you are the size of an ant.
An ant, yeah.
Oh, that's just this massive fucking monster. That's probably what it was like to live with the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Right? Any little mammals that were alive at the time, everything was huge because of the atmosphere and the way things developed evolutionarily. Everything got gigantic, bro. That would have been a terrifying time to be alive too. Okay. Your sweetener may be hurting your brain. I'm glad I don't use this stuff, but new research shows that erythritol, a widely used sugar substitute in keto snacks and diet drinks, can disrupt brain blood vessel cells and may increase stroke risk.
Keto snacks, yeah. What kind of diet drinks? We're talking like Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke?
No, I don't think they use that in that stuff.
Okay.
Do they? I think that's
what kind
more
of drinks they talking about then?
It's anything that uses erythritol. It's one of the fake sugars.
Okay.
And so, but they do use it a lot in keto because it has a really nil carb content. Like it doesn't spike.
Yeah.
It doesn't cause any kind of insulin response or anything like that.
Okay.
So I've heard of it being kind of touted as like a really good not real sugar. Oh yeah, check it. I'm curious. Mike's checking his energy drink here. It's an energy drink guy.
What did you say?
Erythritol. Yeah. It's like ERY. Erythritol.
What?
ERYTH.
No, nothing in here.
There you go. No, I doubt it. I think it's in I think you see it in it's like specifically usually keto marketed stuff.
Oh, okay.
Right? Where it's usually like in a bar or something, like it'll be a protein bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There's so many fake sugars now. It's crazy. No, you're probably good, buddy.
Oh, this one's not sugar free though.
Well, there you go. Well, I mean, sugar's sugar. With all the fake shit out there and the lack of studies on it, and then the few studies that do show really concerning things about the fake sugars, just drink sugar, bro.
One of my favorite reels recently was the resurgence of Key and Peele. Key and Peele's been going crazy again. People are rediscovering Key and Peele, right?
Yeah.
But there was this one that was he's sitting down at the restaurant and he's gets his coffee and he has I think I sent it to you, and it was he's getting the sweetener and he's pouring it in, and all of a sudden in the background goes this atomic bomb goes off and people are screaming and you hear gunfire everywhere and everything like that, and he grabs the regular sugar, starts putting it inside the coffee. He's fuck it, not that much longer.
Yeah. That look. Yeah. I can imagine that. I don't know if I did see that. I don't think I actually did. Okay, let's go to now. These are some bizarre headlines. Okay. World's oldest dove, age 44, 44-year-old dove.
Okay.
A Missouri man's pet dove was officially recognized by Guinness. There they are again, bro. Guinness Book, yep. Guinness World Records as the oldest living dove in captivity at 44 years and 72 days old. Wait, so he's still alive then?
Damn,
he's your age, right, Pierce?
How much?
44?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, number 7.
Doves only what?
How long do they normally live?
Some wild doves can live over 30 years. They have a high mortality rate just because of they're not high in the food chain.
So 44 is their equivalent of our 106 or something.
Probably, dude. Captive doves can live from 5 to 20 years. But in the wild, 1 to 1.5 years, dude.
Oh, damn.
Because they can get swooped up by a fucking hawk or something like that, whatever.
Eaten by one of those massive eagles.
Okay, here we go. The oldest, this one just said 31 years. It was the oldest ever. Oh, wild dove was 31 years old.
No, that's pretty good.
But the causes of the mortality, which is why they're only 1.5, 70% of the young doves die within their first year, just due to
Mother Nature's a motherfucker, bro.
Oh my God,
we think we've built our environment around us, so we just don't deal with the same shit. But out there in nature, people get fucking murked constantly. Constantly.
What is the gestation period of a dove? Morning dove eggs typically hatch after incubation period of 13 to 15 days. Both parents participate in incubating the 2-egg clutch, with males generally sitting during the day and females at night. It takes them 12 to 15 days after hatching to leave the nest. So they're pretty quick, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, we humans, we're so not ready. You watch these horses fall out and deer fall out and they're just fucking walking around. Dude, a human comes out, we're undercooked for a few years. It takes a few years to get fully developed. Can't control your limbs.
What the hell is that?
It's our brain. We studied that in anthropology. It's because of our massive brain size. So if they held us in utero longer, women would just die giving birth because our heads are
too big.
Yeah, giant ass fucking heads.
Elephants, aren't they almost 2 years or some shit like that?
Yeah. Long ass gestation. What? Poor women just pregnant for 2 years.
What the fucking 100 pounds, multiple 100-pound baby just sitting in your stomach, bro.
Dude, women have it rough in that regard. I think about that. I'm so fucking glad I'm a dude. Because I always wanted kids, but I couldn't. I saw what she went through. I couldn't do it, bro.
And Myra's like a warrior, dude. She's like
so stupid.
She's like, I don't need drugs,
bro. She didn't take anything, and I was like, I mean, I was breathing. She thought I was helping her breathe. I was breathing for me, bro. I was like, take a breath, take a breath. No, it was pretty crazy.
Damn.
It's
okay.
Women.
So, all right. 44 years then.
Yeah, that's hella old.
Yeah.
For a dove. I wonder why. That's unusually old. That'd be like a human living to like 140 or
That's
something.
what I'm saying, bro. It's like, what's the quality of life for that dove right now? It's just like,
just
is it like
lavish.
molting right now? Just like bare.
It's like that guy on Netflix, like that does everything to prolong his life. He's all fucking cold plunging. And
Jesus, dude.
Oh man. Okay. Another bizarre headline. Man hiding under a kid's bed. Can you imagine being that kid?
What?
A babysitter in Kansas went to disprove a child's claims of a monster under the bed and came face to face with an actual man hiding there. A 27-year-old who was later arrested.
Bro, that's terrifying.
Yeah. That's why I say, can you imagine being the kid? They don't believe you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Dude, there's somebody under my bed, bro. Like, shut up. No, there's not.
I'm going to go back right now. Holy shit. I wonder what they did. Did they run out? I don't know. We could pull it up if you want to.
Yeah, what do they do? Like,
and this is an NPR story, by the way.
They yank him out? Like, dude. What was he doing under there? You don't know that either?
No, I don't know any of the details. I just pulled it. These are literally just headlines and like brief descriptions. Don't you hate that when you hit the link and you thought you saved the link to the article and instead you saved a link to npr.org? You're like, where the fuck was that article?
Okay, so it says here. She tried to
by the way, I just saw this headline as I'm looking at NPR. A professional cornhole player and quadruple amputee is arrested for murder.
Murder.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's been a while. That's been a while, dollar.
It's been out there for
like
a
couple weeks. Yeah.
That's just a wild headline, though.
She tried to show that there's nothing lurking in the bed.
Oh, you pulled it up.
But ended up coming face to face with the man. The babysitter said the man got into an altercation, and one child was knocked over in the struggle when the man fled. The sheriff's office dispatched to the home in the 2000 block of Patton Road. The suspect was identified as Martin Villalobos Jr., 27, who once lived at the residence.
That's weird.
However, he had been ordered to stay away from the property under a protection from an abuse order.
It kind of gives a whole new.
The deputies searched for him or unsuccessful. The next morning, he was spotted by law enforcement and tried to flee, but was captured.
You remember that old Bare Naked Lady song? Broke into the old apartment.
Oh, God, dude.
That's a dark twist on that one.
He was charged on aggravated kidnapping, aggravated burglary, aggravated battery, child endangerment, felony obstruction of law enforcement officer, and violation of a protection from abuse order. He's being held on $500,000 bond.
Whoa, bro.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah. All right.
Here, I'm trying to add something else in here too. Okay. Sorry.
But yeah, to go off on your story about the amputee guy.
Yeah.
Like, it always reminds me of The Fugitive. It wasn't me, it was the one-armed man. It wasn't me, it was the no-armed man. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, bro.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. No, yeah, he had, but they showed, there's, a bunch of YouTube videos of this guy. He's showing how he fires a gun. And it's weird.
So it's straight up murder?
Yeah, bro. Oh, yeah, dude, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And, the other thing is what I was thinking to myself, because it happened, in the car. And he had a Tesla, self-driving Tesla. It happened in a car, bro. How slow are you as a person to get shot by a quadruple amputee?
I know. Dude.
How slow are you?
He was about to get got by somebody. Anybody. That doesn't even feel like a real thing.
God damn.
Yeah, crazy. Couple more of these.
Okay.
Annual sock burning ceremony. In Annapolis, Maryland, people gathered to burn their socks to usher in warmer weather, the unofficial start of the Chesapeake Bay sailing season. No thanks.
Are they clean socks, dirty socks?
I hope to God they're clean. Can you imagine the funk in the air?
Some messed up person, like,
burnt fungus. Oh, bruh.
Creates a new fucking. That's how The Last of Us starts. That's how fungus starts to get into our brains and make zombies.
Yeah, right.
Some dude can go over there and fucking put his athlete's foot sock on
the
fire.
end of humanity. People's
the sock burning.
Stinky ass socks on fire. Oh, okay. OpenAI spent $250 million on a podcast network. OpenAI purchased an 18-month-old podcast network called TBPN for $250 million. Some of their own employees apparently thought it was an April Fool's joke.
Oh my gosh.
That's we're seeing that more and more with. I saw some fucking. I don't know if there's actual music behind it, but it was like an album cover, and it was like the Bob Marley album cover. I don't know which one it was, but it was Kurt Cobain. But they like morphed the two together, and it was like Kurt Cobain with blonde dreadlocks.
Oh, the reggae thing.
Yeah. So I'm like, is that really?
No, it's not really a thing.
No, but I mean, I wonder if somebody really made some AI music to go, because there's for everything, and that. But I don't know what it is about it, but I have a great radar for it. Maybe everyone does, but as soon as I hear an AI song, it's immediately recognizable as an AI song.
Uh-huh.
There's something too fucking perfect about it.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious. Maybe these TBPN. Those are the companies that keep on messaging us on Facebook and Instagram.
Send this post.
Send this post.
Send this post.
Send this post.
I'm like, it's already sent. It's out there.
You like when I respond back to them?
Yeah.
Send me this video. It's right there, bro. Take it. Share it to your own story.
Yeah. Do whatever you want. There's no limitations.
Share it to your story. Go ahead. You can do it.
Yeah.
No. We send it to me and we will share it for you for promotion. Only $49.99 and it will get out to the most popular networks. Like, bro, you have like 5 followers. Like,
I know. Well, they have. It seems like it's the same person with like a bunch of different accounts. Too,
yeah,
right.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's like a big part of it.
Send this reel. Send this post. All right, what else you got, Dollar?
Not much else. I had another one that was just like general news stories. I was going to try and pull up, just to talk about. But that is what's crazy to me was what I was looking at. I'm trying to find where it's at, but it's the whole war in Iran thing with like all the insider trading shit that happened.
Oh,
have you followed that at all?
Only with Trump and his kids?
Yeah, his son, his son's company.
The drones?
Yeah.
They own multiple drone things.
An hour before they went in,
yeah,
there was this giant fucking investment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not illegal. It's not illegal for them to do that. It's just, is it ethical? No. But
yeah.
That's how people make millions and billions of dollars, Dollar.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, yeah.
I guess that's.
And it's not illegal, but don't I remember something about Trump saying something about like Biden's kids benefiting from him being president and all that stuff. And
bro, here we are. Yeah. No, it's like, it's crazy. He just exploits everything and everyone. So much fucking money being made. Yeah. So 529 million total was traded. Good Lord, dude.
Yeah.
And I guess, so it's Polymarket is who it is. And he's on the advisory board, Donald Trump Jr.
Yeah. Well, then there's other ones like too, like where they did like the defense companies and they like drones, and there's like the number one maker of drones for the United States military now and all this stuff. And yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. Do you know anybody personally? I'm curious about this because I've been asking around. Do you know anybody personally who supports the war in Iran? Or like anybody who's like, yeah, we need to fucking take care of that. They didn't even try to sell it.
Yeah.
They just fucking did it. It's really weird.
Yeah. Well, I guess like what most people are also mad at Israel as well for it. With the starting and all that stuff, and then people get ridiculed for like, oh, you can't hate on Israel.
Yeah,
those are the Jews. You can't hate on the Jews. And it's like, no, it's
a different.
Israel is a country, is a nation.
Uh-huh.
Jewish is an ethnicity, is a religion.
Yeah, it's like people who say, oh, it's protected in the Bible and stuff, and You're like, there was no. This is a fucking man-made state you guys have created over here. It's a different thing.
Yeah.
Everybody says you got to be careful talking about it, though.
Yeah.
Like people getting murked left and right. I don't want no piece of it. Just carry on, guys. Fuck the world up. But some of the numbers are nuts. So they've hit 153 cities now. 500 sites across Iran, killing hundreds, including a missile attack that struck the girls' school. That was on the very first day, and it killed 165 schoolgirls and staff. That's fucked up. And that was the opening day.
Yeah.
That was the first day. Bad choice of words. That was the first day of the war, started by bombing a. And then they said there was some excuses that it was like old technology. They had like it wasn't updated fucking maps or some shit. Just like, bro,
what the fuck are these satellites doing up here?
I don't buy it at all, dude.
Yeah, all these extra satellites. Come on, bro.
Yeah, and so Iran, obviously, they've closed the Strait of Hormuz, which is fucking affecting the entire world.
Yeah,
right. But they're saying that it's only for their enemies.
Yeah,
like they're still operating.
They're letting people go through.
Yeah,
they're just not letting like people like where you go, where you taking that oil? Oh, to the United States? Nah.
Yeah. Yeah, you just can't make up what an abysmal fucking presidency this is.
Oh,
you can't make it up. You're like, it was like the first inning of the Rockies game where you're just like, we might see some, I've never seen anything like this. This guy don't give a fuck. He's tanking.
Yeah.
He's tanking on everything. All his promises, gas prices, that was one of his things he said.
Yep.
It's fucked.
And no new wars.
No new wars. He's in Iran. What are we doing, dude? And what's crazy to me is the holdouts that still support. There's still a chunk of our country. It's not. I don't think it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of people number wise, but percentage wise,
but aren't they saying like it is the worst approval rating ever?
Yeah, ever, setting records. It's the greatest ever.
But at the same time, I'm also thinking like, he doesn't really care about what people think, bro.
No,
this money that's being made in the back end, that's what he really cares about.
Yes.
He's
just exploiting the position.
Oh yeah,
that's all he's really trying to do.
Yeah, but no. Then the other thing too that everyone's talking about as well is like he went after Argentina first. He knew that this was going to happen. He went to Argentina first to get their oil. That way, the hit on Iran wasn't going to be as bad,
right?
Because we'll at least have some.
Well, that one didn't
Argentinian
work out.
Oil.
That fucking didn't work out. There wasn't enough of that shit or something. I don't know. Yeah. Fucking crazy. Okay, giant fighting robots is a new real sport. Mm-hmm. What was that movie with Sylvester Stallone?
No, Hugh Jackman.
You're right. Yeah. Sylvester Stallone.
Real Steel.
Yeah, look at you. Yeah, cool movie. The fighters at the Interactive Combat League are over 9 feet tall, wear suits of steel, and shoot exploding projectiles at each other. A Detroit promoter is bringing this to live audiences.
Nice.
Fucking, I'd go. How safe is the environment? I don't want to get shot with them.
BattleBots?
Yeah,
dude. I love BattleBots,
bro. Can you imagine this though? You're like Iron Man, just going out there,
But those are robots, though, not humans.
There's nobody inside it. Oh, I don't know if I'm that interested.
Yeah, why would you have projectiles?
I had pictures. I don't know why I thought that. It didn't say anything about it.
$1.
This is like how I always do. I read these things and then I bring some weird element to it, and you're like, "Wait, that part sounds weird."
$1.
I'm like, no, I said it. It said it in here.
Real humans in their $1.
Said they sit inside like Iron Man.
Yeah. No, like real steel. You're just controlling.
Yeah, totally. Okay, delivery robots crashing into bus shelters in Chicago.
What?
2 delivery robots crashed into 2 bus shelters in Chicago within a matter of days, with one incident caught on camera.
How big are they?
The delivery robots?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see.
I don't know, because I've seen those little tiny ones, like the little robots that deliver food.
Yeah,
that's when I was at. What school was I at? What school was I at? Was it Colorado College? I think it was Colorado College down in the Springs. That had that. No, Wichita. It was Wichita State.
Had delivery robots.
Little delivery robots, bro.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can get a rough estimate on the size. Okay, so they're actually pretty small. They max out at 5 miles an hour. Okay, that really changes the headline.
Like a bus stop.
5 miles per hour. It's like somebody walking into the bus thing.
It's like an RC car.
Yeah. Beep. Oh man, they're considered pint-sized. It says so. They're tiny little things going 5 miles an hour. And just,
okay, that's not
That's a really misleading fucking headline.
That's clickbait.
Isn't it?
Clickbait dollar.
Clickbait for sure. Delivery robots crashing into bus shelters in Chicago. It sounds like I was like, was there any fatalities?
No,
like,
but it does cause a lot. Like they're going through glass. Dollar.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're busting through the glass
at 5 miles an hour.
Here, look at that. Yeah, I mean,
that's fucking crazy.
They're smashing through glass.
Oh shit!
So they're doing damage.
Okay, so it is damage,
but it's not like
But it's not like
I thought you were talking like I thought you were talking like a bus.
Right. Well, you throw that word bus in there. It's part of the clickbaity.
Yeah.
It's a bus station where people wait for the bus, but you have that word bus in there talking about crashes and buses, and it sounds fucking
hilarious, dude.
Okay, escaped kangaroo on the loose in. You want to guess the state?
What'd you say?
An escaped kangaroo on the loose.
Florida.
You would think. Wisconsin, actually. Okay. Authorities in Wisconsin's Juneau County are asking residents to be on the lookout for a kangaroo that escaped from the petting zoo.
How big is it?
There are also, let's see. There was also one in Alabama recently. That one checks out. It's a kangaroo moment in America. Wow, that is fucking.
Wait a second. Like you said, a petting zoo? Like can't kangaroos? I've seen videos. They get aggressive, bro. Like why is it at a petting zoo? You just let fucking people pet kangaroos? Just like.
Well, and then also, what's your security look like? The fucking thing just got out, right?
Like, why are you letting? Like, why is that a thing? Why is that a thing, Dollar?
That people want to pet kangaroos?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're dangerous.
Yeah, that fucking thing would kick
they
me
will
across
fuck you
the room.
Up. Yeah, dude, they can shred you open with those legs. Yeah. Get a hold of you. They hold onto you on top.
Yeah.
And they just start
use their
kicking,
tail as
like a cat, kind of.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
Cats do the same thing.
God damn, bro.
Yeah. I want to pull up.
Like, are they letting kids at this place? Because I imagine they would fuck up a kid big time.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why you would want to have a petting zoo where you fucking pet kangaroos. Okay, so it was a 16-month-old kangaroo at Sunshine Farm in Nekada, Wisconsin.
Okay,
a small town about 160 miles northwest of Milwaukee. His escape was triggered when stray dogs rushed his enclosure. And spooked him, causing him to scale an 8-foot fence. So normally they probably just stay pretty chill, so they don't worry about it, I guess. Huh. Chesney's roommate Kenny are both named after country music star Kenny Chesney. Okay, okay. They have like 25 animals on the farm. So this is like a little family run thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And so his keeper, Debbie Maryland, she lives with the kangaroos and 5 English Labradors. And they have free run of her house. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Some people live like that, dude. I couldn't do that. 27 animals in your fucking house. Can you imagine my allergies, bro?
Oh, God, you would be done.
Fucking, it's like 6 dogs and kangaroos and shit. I would be done. Okay. I was going to see. Yeah, you wanted to know how big he was. I don't know how big he was. He was only 16 months old. I imagine he wasn't that large. He's probably a few feet tall. You ever seen that one crazy one of the guy saving his dog?
Oh, yeah.
Kangaroo gets a hold of his dog. It's a classic video at this point. He runs out and just fucking throws a 1-2. Fucking clocks him.
Yeah, that's like that wallaby that escaped from down in Larkspur. Remember we talked about that? The
wallaby?
We
did. They're like small kangaroos, right?
Yeah, they're like small ones. Because they're at the, what is it? The Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. You can just walk around with them.
Gotcha.
There's wallabies just walking around. You're not supposed to touch them, but you can just walk around with them. They're all just free roaming.
Yeah. That's crazy. So much weird shit happening in the world all the time, dude. I can't believe.
That's what makes it unique, Dollar.
Yeah, because I do this on my AI thing all the time. I'll just pull up like, what are the craziest stories out there today? And every time it doesn't disappoint.
Yeah.
Every time you're like, holy fuck, that's real. And it often makes you realize just how lucky you are. Like,
well, I mean, in other recent news too, Christy was let go.
Oh yeah, Christy Nome.
And then Pam Bonding was fired yesterday.
Yeah, saw that, dude.
Yeah. And it's funny because like
clean the house.
The Christy Nome is her husband. You seen that headline too, right? He was caught, caught cross-dressing.
Yeah, bro. What the fuck with giant ass boobs? Giant ass fake boobs. It's fucking crazy. People could do whatever they want, but it's just, is this real? Like, are we in reality?
Those are the people he hired.
Dude, is this, I know. I know.
And now the attorney general is his personal lawyer, by the way.
People are just a commodity to him. They're just a fucking.
Well, this is his personal lawyer, though.
Oh, yeah, his lawyer. Sure. That person is not. That person is clutch for him. But no, he just uses and abuses people, picks shitty people, right? And then as soon as they fuck up, which they're gonna fuck up,
It wasn't me.
Gotta let them go. All these yahoos. I mean, are we surprised? He was the I'm fired guy, or you're fired guy.
Yeah,
he would just fucking fire people. It was like his thing. Was firing people. Yeah. It still is. It still is. No, that's big news. But I mean, is it though? They're just gonna put some. They just keep. They fire these people and then they replace them with yahoos as well, and everybody's just fucking running around crazy.
Well, recently Pete Hegseth also fired that like 5-star general.
Oh yeah. Wait, was he the one who spoke out?
Well, supposedly, and like that's the thing that everyone's
Yeah.
like, he probably didn't want to do an illegal order. They probably tell them to do something illegal, and he was like, "No, I'm not going to do that."
I've seen a few of these high up military guys taking a stand.
Oh, and that's
like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Well, then now that they fired him, like more people are
starting to stand
off.
Yeah. Dude, you know when the military, I mean, these are the guys that take orders, right? That's what they've always done. These people are like, what the hell are we doing, dude?
Yeah.
It's weird to me the thing in Iran because it I've never seen it in our history where they didn't try to sell the war to the people. They didn't give a fuck about support. Right?
Yeah.
And they're still talking about another term for him, by the way, which they've got so many years to work on it. It makes me really nervous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like he's been president for fucking 7 terms. We're like, yeah, we're 3 weeks in, guys. Like, it just feels like so long.
Yeah. Wild times.
Yeah. I know, dude. Sometimes I wake up, it doesn't even feel real. And it's so weird to just go about your normal life, right? All of us out there just getting up and going to work. And
yeah.
Playing video games, shooting hoops, whatever, you know? Meanwhile, the world is just insane. Do you ever wonder if it's all just fake? Because I'm like, how much of this shit, and that's the weird thing about being a human, is you're part of this giant society, right?
Yeah.
Giant macro society, and everything you consume comes from other humans, and like everything we use, everything around us is other people, and I'm like, how much of this shit could I verify individually by myself? Could I even verify that Trump's the president right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fucking know. It's all on this media that we're fed. Everything's everywhere, right? And there's a certain amount of common reality, I think, where people would be up in arms if it was so obviously bullshit. But you do wonder, like, I think we're seeing now mainstream media and what's going on in politics. It's all, I mean, I bet you 60% of that shit's bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
I just feel like it's mostly bullshit. We don't know what's real, what is actually happening. We're so far from it. And only in America could it happen because, I mean, we're so damn comfortable.
Yeah.
We're fine. I'm good. Do what you do.
Yeah. Like we were talking, you know, our first world problems, right? And then, meanwhile, someone, you know, trying to get fresh water in Africa
getting snatched up by a fucking croc. There's people living in parts of the world, don't have fresh water.
Well, shit, some places here in the United States don't have fresh water, dude.
Oh, of course. No, that's the thing that people don't talk about enough, right? We do talk about that a lot, about third world countries,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah. No, we have a lot of third world situations here in the United States.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Insane poverty. Massive amounts of people locked up, too.
Yeah.
More than ever now. We're following all these ICE people just rounding everyone up. They're not paying the TSA people, by the way. I don't know if we've talked about that on here. Not paying the TSA people, so they've got ICE people going in to support them, which is bonkers. I just don't know. I don't know what's real anymore. We get here to talk about on this podcast every week, and every week I'm like, what are we going to talk about? And I go through 17,000 possibilities because everything feels like a fever dream right now, right? Headlines just don't even feel real.
What is this whole thing now too with TSA and the shoes on policy?
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, that's like a big story. Like everyone's like, keeping the shoes on through the security. You know how you usually have to take off your shoes,
which I hate doing that shit. I hate walking on.
Well,
that
if you
floor.
have TSA pre-check, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we have that too.
Yeah, we have pre-check. So, actually, mine is actually expiring soon. I got to go over there.
Don't fuck that up.
Yeah,
you'll be with the peasants. No, I'm just playing. That's fucked up.
But yeah, so yeah, that's like a new thing now. Is that they're that the senators are declaring that the new shoes on security policy at U.S. airports is reckless.
So what, they're just letting people leave their shoes on now?
Yeah.
I mean, have they ever looked at the numbers? How many people are sneaking shit in their shoes?
Shanks in their shoes. They're walking around
like
uncomfortable.
Prison. Made out of a fork. Made out of a plastic fork.
Well, don't you go, I mean, some of those ones like are the ultra scanners, right? And they detect everything. You just walk in that and they'll detect anything in your body.
Makes you feel violated every time. You know, like spread your legs and put your arms out and you're like, oh my God. Oh my God. This is such an invasion of privacy.
Well, the, what is it, 20-year-old Tony Dollar would have been like, you're going to see my nipple rings.
Yeah. Oh God. Don't remind me. So stupid. I saw a tattoo recently. Somebody got their whole nipple tattooed. That seems excruciating. It seems it's amazing to me the amount of pain people endure for body art stuff like that. Whether it's piercings or like weird things or whatever. And the piercings are crazy now. Yeah, crazy because my daughters have a lot of piercings. Like, you know, my Jill has like 3 nose rings, the middle one and
the septum and
and the 2 on the outside. And now Chuck just got a lip piercing, the one in the middle that like goes partway through the lip. But those are nothing compared to some of the stuff. Like they pierce every part of your fucking face and body now.
Yeah, the ones that I think are weird, what they call dermals.
Exactly.
As they like under the skin kind of a deal.
Yeah, just puts a little silver bead on you.
Yeah, and it's like right there, it's under. But I heard like a lot of like people that I know get rejected. They get like pushed out.
Makes sense. Yeah. Your body's like, what the fuck is
doing this? Yeah,
you got stabbed, bro.
You can't keep this in here.
But it is amazing to me the pain people go through. Like there's so many people. It's amazing how many people have like tattooed their penis. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
my God,
how can
you... nowadays they also have those fucking creams.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But people were doing it before the creams, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
But that's like the amount of pain you must have inside you to be able to just
fucking do it.
Do it. Oh, I like the pain. Like, what? I can't. I would pass out. I would fucking pass out. I'd be nervous as fuck, sweaty palms before. Yeah. And then as soon as they started, I'd just be like, yeah.
Well, the other thing too that's another big thing that people are always commenting on is these athletes that are getting sedated and getting like full back tattoos in one sitting.
Just going to sleep and doing it?
Yeah, being like sedated, anesthesia and stuff like that, and like getting the whole back tattoo like get done.
Yeah. Call me an old man, but I don't know. That's part of what I like. I don't like the creams. I don't like any of that stuff. Like, I don't know. It's like the only person I ever really related to when he talked about it was Conor McGregor.
Yeah,
when he was saying something about like I just like the pain of it. It's like I earned that shit. And you think back to tribal tattoos, you know, the stick, stick, or whatever it's called, you know, that kind of stuff. You earn the fuck out of that.
Yeah,
and then you have a mark on your body for the rest of your life. And I like that connection. So the idea of like putting me under and just doing a fucking full body tattoo or something. Yeah. And then just going through like, because I guarantee you though, the recovery still sucks ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When you get those massive tattoos like that, you're recovering for a long time. You can't touch it against anything. And
like they use that new skin, right? That stuff that they put over it, right?
Yeah. That stuff changed the game a little bit.
Yeah. It's dope, right? Are you putting that on your whole back? Probably, huh?
Yeah, probably.
That's weird.
It is weird. That's a lot.
That's a lot of stuff.
You have to be careful with that stuff. In my personal experience, and we are not doctors, I'm not giving any medical advice by any stretch of the imagination. I'm only talking about my own experiences. But in my experience, I've had our tattoo artists tell me, leave that shit on for like 5 to 7 days.
Oh, yeah.
And for me, I can't do it. The only time I did 5 to 7 was my eagle tattoo right here. Oh, okay. And when I pulled it off, the claws got kind of fucked up and it was like extra stuck to my skin. Huh. So for me, I find it's about 2 days and then just take care of it. Like wash it regularly.
I left it on for
How long?
However long they tell me to do it. I'll just leave it on.
5 to 7 is too much. I'd say 2 to 5, maybe. Yeah, but I am no expert. But I did get a fucked up tattoo from doing 7 days one time. So, that's out there. Another one in the bag, Pierce. It's episode 271. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done. We'll be back again next week.
Back at it.
Yeah. Send us some love. Send us some messages at mikeandtonyshow.com. mikeandtonyshow@gmail.com.
Yeah.
The Mike and Tony Show.
Easter weekend too, so everybody that's celebrating that, Passover, whatever you do, enjoy the holidays.
Go
outside, touch some grass.
Touch some grass. It's so funny. We were saying that yesterday at the game. That's like such a big thing now.
Yeah,
touch some fucking grass, especially you kids out there.
Yeah, get out there, enjoy it, even if it's fucking windy. Just lie down.
Oh God,
have some fun.
Yeah, I might not be outside.
But with that dollar, it is a wrap.
Cheers.